Good afternoon. Y'all, we're going to do chicken and dumplings tonight, but what we're going to do is I'm going to boil the chicken and cut it up for you, because a lot of people have been writing in so they want to know how to cut up a chicken. So I'm going to show you how to cut up a chicken. And then I'm going to make the dumplings later. So it's going to be on two different videos because I'm not savvy enough to know how to put the two together on one video yet, but maybe I'll learn soon. So y'all just keep watching. We're going to do the chicken, it'll boil all afternoon, and then tonight we'll do the dumplings. How about that? All right, first thing you need when you're cutting up a chicken is a good sharp knife, and I've just got a sharpener, and what you do is you pull it like this real good. And y'all have heard of iron sharpening iron. Well, this is an example. My daddy used to have a stone that he sharpened his with, but I've never been real good at that. All right, then you wash your knife off. You can see the edge on that. Come up a little closer and look. See how it's sharp? It's a different color. It's a silver color. Okay, now here's my chicken. And it's 100% natural, and I paid $7.17 for it. There's going to be 6 of us here tonight to eat, so that's a pretty cheap meal. I think that the dumplings may cost maybe $1 or something like that. So if you're thinking of trying to figure out some kind of cheap way to cook and feed your family, this is a delicious way and it's cheap. So what we're going to do, if you'll come over here in the sink, we are going to open our chicken up. Wash them off just a little bit. Now, when you buy a chicken that's whole, usually they have a sack in there with some goodies in there. So this time they've got a liver. Let me get a little bowl to put it in. I'll just put it right here for right now. A neck. And sometimes they'll have a gizzard in there. They do. There's your gizzard and your heart. So you got all your parts. We're not going to use those right now, but you could use it. All right, here's how you do it. The first thing you do is you want to cut off this little, in the South we call it the last thing that goes over the fence. We're going to cut that off. You don't have to, but I always do. And then you pick up, have y'all ever heard of a pulley bone? Some people used to call them wishbones, but we always call them pulley bone. And I'm going to show you how to cut that out first. Let's say you want to fry this chicken. Well, some of the kids might want the pulley bone. Here's the breast. And you're going to feel a bone in there that's kind of sticking up. And what you do is you go straight down from that, and then you turn your knife and go outwards, and that gets the pulley bone, and it's inside of there. And that's a good piece of meat right there. All right, we're going to wash that off, and that's going in our pot to cook tonight for our dumplings. Then you hold your chicken up by the leg, and you just gently cut that thigh and the leg right there. You see how it's separating? And you bend it back where the knuckle is. And it cuts right through that. You don't cut any bones, all right? There's your thigh and your leg. Okay? Now we're going to cut the other one. And sometimes on the end, it might have a little skin on it. You want to get that off. So see how this sharp knife works? You just barely touch it, and it cuts right through that. Bend it back, and you can see where the knuckle is. Go in there and cut that out. Okay, now we're going to do the wings. You hold it up, and you want some meat on your wings. See, the breast and the wings kind of go together, so you want to make it a cut right in here so that the person that gets the wing has a little bit of meat on their piece of chicken. So I'm going to cut like this. And there again, there's your knuckle right there. You go up under it, just got to pull up. And I always cut this little thing off. I don't use it. There's that. Let's cut the other wing. See, just go right around like that. It's just real, real simple. You could bake a chicken whole, or you could cut it up like this and fry it. Sometimes when I'm making chicken and dumplings, I just cook it whole. But since so many wanted to know how to cut up a chicken, I'm doing it this way. All right, here's the back. And here's what they call the saddle. So I'm going to cut the back right there and bend it back like you do in a back bend. And it splits right in the center, just like our back does. And there's the back. Now I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to leave this fat on it because that's going to make our broth really rich for our dumplings. All right, now then, we're going to cut the breast out. And here's the top of the breast. You turn it over, and there's two bones, one going here and one here, and you want to get up under those bones. They're just like little bitty wing bone things. All right, that was one. That was the other one. And then you take your hand right here and you pull off the saddle. And I don't boil that because it's got so many little bones in it, I'm afraid it'll get in my broth. But I'm going to put it over here to get rid of. Now there's your two breasts. We took the pulley bone out of there. And we've got two breasts. And that's got a gristly pipe thing. So what you do is you've just got to cut through that part of it, the top part. Once you get through that, then the rest of it's just gristle and it'll be easy. See there? And you've got two breasts. Now, most of the time what I do is I save the two breasts and the pulley bone, and I make chicken salad out of this when I get through boiling it for my dumplings. And I'm only going to put dark meat in my dumplings. That way I get 2 meals out of it. So I'm going to put this in here, and you can see how I've got maybe an inch or two from the top of this big boiler. And the reason I've got so much broth in it is it'll cook down because I've got to cook this chicken, and also because I want plenty of broth for my dumplings. It'll be about halfway full when we get through cooking. So you put it on your eye, turn it on, and I'm going to go ahead and salt it. And I am going to use pepper tonight, but I'm not going to use it right now. But you're supposed to salt your chicken, so I'm going to put a little salt on it. Always remember you can add salt and you can't take it away, so I think that'll be plenty. We're going to cover it, and then after a while I'm going to make the dumplings, and I'll make a different video.